Yes, for better health and better eating. We've all looked at the labels, right? We've read organic, grass fed, all that stuff. But what about when you think you got it all right, but it's really all wrong? Hey, I want to show off my little gift first, guys. I know they look a little wilted in some places, but this is the bouquet of roses my kids got me the other day. And they're about, let's see, 3 days old now. So of course they're going to be wilted. But I want to show you guys a little trick before we get into the video. I learned years ago how to preserve your roses. They're not going to last. Obviously, they're not going to live forever. But when they dry out, in order to keep them in full bloom, you just take a string and you hang them upside down. So what I've done is taken the shoestring here, and you just take the bouquet and you wrap the, oh my goodness, and you wrap the string around the base of the bouquet like this. I put a rubber band on there first, and you take the bouquet and you just hang it. This bouquet I hung in my closet, and they're not all the way dried out yet, but once they're completely dry, they will still be in full bloom instead of wilted, and you can throw them like in a vase or whatever for decorative purposes. So, and this serves as a great memory for my children. So that's So let's talk about this word organic. Now, in order for something to be organic, it has to be living. It has to be alive. Like we are organic beings because we are alive. So anything that grows from the ground is considered organic because of the fact that there's life in that thing. So things are labeled as such because they are allowed to be. Even things that are GMOs or genetically modified organisms or hybrid fruits and vegetables only because they have been grown. So it's okay to call them organic. So when you see the labels, they say organic. That's why. There are so many seedless grapes, seedless oranges, seedless watermelons, seedless cucumbers. These are not natural. These are in no way natural. They're not real God-given foods because they don't contain a seed at all. They were manufactured in a laboratory. By man and not by God. And in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 29, it talks about the original purpose God had for men to feed our temples. And he said, every tree of the garden, every herb of the field, you can eat to your satisfaction, or this shall serve for you as meat, meaning that was how we were supposed to live as herbivores, not as carnivores. And so this is why we're sick, and a lot of people may disagree with that, and not just doing more research as I have on these matters and coming to educate myself on how the body is made up. It has really helped me to become more passionate about sharing these things with you all. We have to remember that our bodies, we come from the ground, right? We resonate with the earth, with the air, with the sun, with the moon. We're all connected. So we need to eat foods that assimilate with what we're made out of, which are minerals. We're not made out of ham hocks and ham and cheese and butter and all those things that comes from animals. And again, if it's okay if you want to do that, but I always say use the 80-20 rule. 80% fruits and vegetables, the other 20 or less animal products. Because when it's the other way around, then your body is totally acidic, and then that's how disease starts to breed, multiply, and it just gets like way bad. So let's get back to the word organic because I do digress. So don't be fooled when you see a label that says organic and thinking that this is the top of the line, this is the healthiest choice, because after all, it says organic right there. Well, just remember, it's in principle that it's organic, not that it's a healthier choice. So you want to go with the certified organic if you don't just grow your own fruits and vegetables. And let me tell you about the hybrids. Hybrids are this. Like when people talk about certain pets being mutts, like dogs being mutts, they're not purebreds. Well, that exists also within the fruits and vegetable family. Okay. there are, say for instance, the carrot, and I know that's going to rub some people the wrong way, but carrot really is a hybrid
Oh,
plant.
come
A
on.
carrot, you can look it up, you can research it for yourself like I did. A carrot is a hybrid of a yarrow plant, and I can't for the life of me think of the other plant, but I will put it here somewhere when I think about it. But it's a splicing at the root of two separate species of plants. And then they bound it with starch, with a starch, and it grew into this carrot, a whole new species. But that's not natural. That's not God created. See, and that's why people that can, say that they're a vegan or a vegetarian, um, this is why people still get sick on those kind of diets because the things that they're eating are still not real foods. So just as we wouldn't put diesel fuel in a car, we shouldn't put the wrong kind of foods into our body, into our temples. So again, this channel is really, really about learning how to nourish our temples, how to nourish our minds with not only information, but love for self. That love for self starts with how we feed ourselves. Um, there's a whole lot to be said in the way of feeding yourself with the proper foods and not. So I just really, really wanted to toss that ball at you for this particular video. I wasn't going to ramble, but yeah, I want you guys to let me know what you're thinking about this, how you're feeling, if there's any information you would like to share with me with regard to organic, the lack of things being organic, and we'll go from there. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, and I will see you when I'm looking at you.